Who do we got? Who do we got? Let's see. There was a delay on this thing, man. We got 4 asadas to go. What up? What up? What else we got in here? We got the homie Eric Gomez. Smash the like if you like those aunties. That's for show. Chrysler Technician was cracking. Brian, what up? Born twice. Let's go Padres. Here we go. The homie Victor, what up? Heck 213 San Jacinto. What's cracking, everybody? Salute from Vegas. That's what's up. Shout out to Vegas. Man, here we go. Smash that like button. You guys, what up? What up, Mike? You guys all coming in. What's good? Austin. Louise, happy to see you. Man, we're killing it, Louise. We're, man, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? I bring in my prison guard experience with your wisdom, and boom, make magic. What up, Carlitos? What's cracking? The homie Giovanni. Hey, shout out to Giovanni for timing his masas correctly. That's what's up. Dodgers swept over the weekend. Yup. $28 people on here, 30 people, and it's growing. Yeah, for sure, Louise, we are doing it. All right. The homie just tapped in. How do you pronounce that? A deadly sin. I thought it was like Aduyan or some shit, like Mortal Kombat, like Street Fighter. Chrysler Technician always gets a trip on how I focus on people's poop times. Have your torta, smash that like button. That's what's up, Angel. I mean, we doing it. So many different people have already smashed that like button. 1 minute in and already got the poop time jokes going. Oh, man. I actually had to shoot the homie a little kite and told him, hey, bro, I'm about to go live in about 15 minutes. Go take a shit right now, man. I don't want you interrupting the show. He's like, I got you. I got you, G. 31 people on here. A man was recently sentenced to prison in Texas for sexually assaulting another man at a bar. Do you think he's going to have a hard time in prison and have to PC up? Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Man, how do you sexually assault another man at a bar, man? That's a bad night right there for both parties. You imagine? Imagine you try to go out for a good time and you get sexually assaulted by another man. Oh, man. I was going to say that's why I don't drink anymore. That is not why I don't drink anymore. But, I mean, could you imagine? Right? Living life between bowel movements. No way we're going to talk about that right off the bat. What up, La Puente? I had a homie from the army from La Puente, Bridgetown. Was it Gavin Newsom? Oh, man. You guys feel like getting political on this live tonight or what? Something I stay away from by far, man. But, yeah, like, hey, man, I've come out here in the open and I've told you guys, like, how it is, right? How it is in the department. And do you think that they've reached out to me and they're like, oh, thank you, Hector. You've solved the mystery for us. No, man, they're punching the air right now. They're like, man, this dude got out there. The cat's out of the bag. The cat is out of the bag. Busting cheeks. Oh, here's a good question right there. What's up with ICE waiting for the inmates when he's released? Yeah, they got, okay, so they have holds, right? Like if you look at their folder, their C file, you look, their old school C file, now it's on the computer, you look, you check if they have holds, right? The U.S. Marshals can have a hold on them. INS can have a hold on them for deportation. Probably another another county can have a hold on them for another crime they committed. So yeah, which is very important so that you don't release somebody on accident if they have a hold, right? Could you imagine if they're facing like a murder charge at another state and we didn't catch that or the people didn't catch that? Those are holds. Yes. Yep. Hector Bravo for governor. Could you imagine? Wow. What's standard procedure for coming across an inmate that you know from the streets? Oh, standard procedure, as in like official procedure. There's a little form. The form states, it states on the top. It says relative or acquaintance of incarcerated persons. Right. You put Hector Bravo. Where do you know this guy? Well, I grew up with the guy. I went all through high school with him. I partied hard with the dude, extremely hard. He be knowing what I used to do, right? Damn, saca la bolsita, right? But that's the process, right? 56 people on here. I'm sure the people are just we got Michigan Wolverines trickling in. We got the homie Hobie Cat. Yeah, man, tap in on all your guys' opinions, comments, concerns, questions on the latest videos I've been dropping. We've gone on a whole new series, man. Series on toxic workplaces. I didn't even realize how bad it actually was till I've been out for this long. Wow. Man. Best Revenge is a channel blowing up. At some point, they'll have to acknowledge what you're saying. Hey, you know what they're doing, A Deadly Sin? And I went to the CDCR news earlier today just to see, let's see what these people are up to. Hey, they're doing damage control as far as they're always up to their. Hey, and I wanted to talk about this. We got 60 people watching. Smash the like button. You go, okay, we're going to start it off, man. Here we go. The department loves to preach transparency. Transparency, transparency, transparency. We are holding our officers accountable. We will fire them if they are unethical. Well, first of all, Hector Bravo's already come out and proven that you guys are unethical up at the top. But go to their website. Do you think they be putting their smut, their dirt, their dirty laundry on their website? No, they're painting a facade. They're painting a facade that everything is all cool and dandy, when in reality, we all know, right? We all know that is not. You'll have some graduation pictures. They'll be interviewing people for the sergeants from the academy. You know who works at the academy? People that have Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. Why would they ever, and are not working at a prison, why would they ever badmouth administration? They wouldn't, right? They're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. So pay attention, right? To me, that's not transparent. That's almost like one-sided fake news, right? Like, come on, man. Come on. It's like, all right, man. Let's say we had a homie, right? We had a homie that was married to a lovely wife. But we knew that this homie had a side piece, right? Smashing the side piece for years, for decades. You know how awkward it's going to be to meet the wife, right? The last thing I'm going to do is be like, oh, your husband's all that, like gaslight her, right? Like, oh, your husband's all that in a bag of chips. You really got yourself a keeper, right? You got yourself a good one. In essence, that's what the California Department of Corrections is doing by putting all their fluff in the front. Like, hey, we know all your guys' dirt, man. What are you guys doing? Ain't nobody want to see those stupid fucking canine dogs. Right, Victor? Those fucking dogs that, man. Ain't nobody want to see those fucking dumb dogs. Right? And I love dogs. But not when you're going to use them in a political manner. The poor dogs, man. JMG was cracking. This homie always comes in with the good-ass comments, too, man. 63 people on here. Smash that like button. Yo, what's cracking, LT? That's what's up, Michigan Wolverines. Always good to see you, man. Lieutenant, did you ever encounter any convicted Catholic priests in prison? No, but I think I know what you're getting at, right? You're probably getting at the ones that go after little children. to keep it real with you, a lot of those ones that would go after the little children were like, the majority, right? They different races or whatever, but a lot of them were paisas from down south. Older, weird, creepy guys, right? Predator type. And some scenarios where weird shit too, man, where like, let's say they lived in the neighborhood and their neighbor had a child. Their neighbor had a child, right? These weirdos would offer to babysit them. So we're like, oh, well, we'll babysit your kid, your 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid while you're at work. And then you know what happened. So that's that, man. Or older white dudes, right? They be on the online predator status, like weird shit. But I can't say I ever came across a Catholic priest. What up, Ceci? Shout out to Riverside. What up? 11 S Bravo. I've worked at jobs that promote all these good qualities and values. Meanwhile, they had us working mandatory 60 hours. You see what I mean? My ex-dad still works as a CO there. Where? Donovan? Shaking my head. He tells us how shady it is. That's putting it lightly. IGI's kicking the canines right now, saying he's on the live again, right? Imagine. Holy shit. Department sucks. 1 year, 7 months in, approximately 40 aims, 60 incident reports, 20 batteries on my person. SAC. I'm assuming CSP SAC. 40 aims allegations. Oh, man. You see what I mean? Like, going under investigation should not be a normal routine thing, right? It should be like, hey, if you screwed up or you're alleged to have screwed up, we're going to investigate it. Right? But not, oh, this officer put I'm telling you, man, put a finger in my butt. Let's investigate him. I'm telling you, it's too much, man. It's too much. Is Sentinella D-Yard still PC? I believe so. Don't quote me on it, man. I ain't trying to get nobody stabbed over there. But I believe so. What up? What up, Ray? Yeah, go ahead and ask your questions. Dig in. Dig in, troops. It's been a while, probably like 2 weeks since I hopped on a live. I've dropped, let me see, different type of content. I've dropped like I said, the toxic work environment from hell. Oh, hell no, man. Nobody wants to see you thrive. Peanut cluster. Then I had to take, then one of my old former coworkers had to take a shot at me on the Instagram comment section, man, which I didn't appreciate it. I thought he was better than that. I don't know where that came from. Like a mood swing? I don't know. Homie woke up with a bad hair day. I stepped on a Lego, right? One of those jacks. I don't even know if they still have jacks. What up, Savage Truth? What's cracking? Yeah, for sure, Vicky. It's kind of nuts in there. But that's the crazy thing is, man, drop the hottest female CO you've seen, Hector. Well, that one you're talking about, or the one I can think of, was hooking up with an inmate, for sure. Multiple. Yup, left the job. I think left the job before she could get fired. And it's kind of one of those things like, man, holy shit, 80 people on your watch the live. It's kind of like one of those things like, hey, what are you doing? And then like people say, oh, you're a hater, Hector, for cock blocking the inmate and that officer. I'm like, hey, man, you know how scary that was? Like, hey, this chick has my fucking number, right? She has my number. The fuck? she had everybody's number. Come on. Probably knew where I live too. Who knows? What's good? Pacoima 818. That's what's up. Shout out. Oh, here's a good question. Are you planning to interview other former COs from different states? That's crazy that you asked that. Somebody from Arizona, check this out. I don't know if you guys knew, but California, years back, used to send inmates out of state. I think Mississippi, for sure Arizona. One of the COs from Arizona, La Palma, he emailed me and said, hey, let's get an interview going. I want to talk about how we had California inmates over here in Arizona. I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure, bro. People want to hear that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And then right before I started this live, a parole agent hit me up. Like, hey, I got a bunch of stories. I'm like, shoot it. Like, hey, these people want to hear it. Hey, what up, Crescent? What did you miss so far? Let me give you a recap. Make sure you poop before you come onto the live. You probably messed that one up since you just got on. Don't trip next time. That if you go over to the CDCR website, all they have is like canine dogs smiling, right? Fucking dumbass dogs. You got like suck dick puppet boys that they're interviewing, say how much they love their job, and it's the greatest thing that ever happened to them since sliced butter, right? But they're Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, weekends, holidays, vacation. Like, hey, it's all good. Why would they complain? They're not over there fighting inmates. You know what I mean? Here we go. So yeah, Crescent, we didn't miss too much, my boy. We're just kind of diving into it. Why do the rookie COs be acting all high power? Hey, bro, it's like they're getting their legs, right? They're getting their sea legs under. Like, they got baby deer legs, right? I went through it. You walk with a straight back, right? You got to, who's that right there? Esquiel, what up? What up, my boy? Thank you. Appreciate it, Esquiel. Do all other branches still go through Army boot camp? No, the Marine Corps has their boot camp. The Navy have their own. The Air Force have their own. They each have their own individual one. Hey, my daughter has been using my pencil. It's dull, right? It's dull. I don't know where I'm going to find a sharpener for this thing. But she be writing all over my Magic Keyboard. She be writing all over my mouse. Like, man, 4-year-old, right? What were they talking about right now? Oh, yeah. If you're a brand new CO, man, you know, you're going to walk like stiff, like you got a pencil stick in your back, right? You don't know how to talk to people like, hey, you, come here, sir. What do you have in your pants? Golly. Forgot to tell you guys about. You guys realize how many times new COs have been doing a closed body search on an inmate in their groin crotch area and grab onto something thinking that it's a weapon, and it turns out to be their you know what. True story, 100% true story. Kind of happens frequently. One time is frequently. It shouldn't happen at all, but it does, right? Don't trip. I'm getting through all the comments. Keep dropping in right there. So yeah, it's just a phase, man. Being a new CO. You're learning. If a lifer gets whacked and dies, but they manage to bring him back to life, technically, didn't he serve his life sentence? Nobody has ever tried to pull that one. That would be a good one. I would appeal it, and I would see how far it would go. Yup. Which one is USMC Daniel Penny? Eric, is Daniel Penny the guy on the subway that did the chokehold? What up, Robert? When I was at Ironwood, one of the COs got walked off for being with 2 inmates. You see what I mean? That happens frequent. For sure that happens frequent. Ooh, man, Top Ramen. Did I ever want to work in a female prison? The hard answer is no. Did I interview for a sergeant position at California Institute for Women, CIW? Yes, I interviewed. I thank God they did not pick me up. I was only chasing the sergeant rank at that point. Any tips on preparing for CRT tryouts? All right, so he asked if any tips on Esquiel, good looking out again, my boy. You're on it, man. Appreciate it. I'll put a little times 2 by the So he asked about the crisis response team, the SWAT team. The SWAT team, in essence, same training for the prison. What you want to do is you want to do endurance training, CrossFit type training. You're not going to do you any good if you're sitting there doing curls for the girls. I do that now. I've changed up my whole workout routine, right? Because I ain't chasing people or jumping over fences or low crawling through anything. My knees, man, my shoulder, my back, right? So your gas, your wind, you gotta be able to last 10 hours. 10 hours for sure. For sure. Also, take the day off before, man. I would see so many people come in to the tryouts that had worked doubles the night before, all shot the fuck out, cramping up, all bad, man. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like, Coachella, what up, what up? Shout out to Coachella. Hey, Brian, we used to say that all the time, suck dick puppet boys, right? I myself was one time or 2 times called a suck dick puppet boy for being the PIO, right? The public information officer. Right? Man, suck dick puppet boys. They would also call me like Pinocchio, right? They would say like, oh, look at management got Hector, oh, like whoever was in a management position, we would pretend that we were like puppets, right? Because it's the truth. Everybody knows it's the truth, man. Oh, man. What up, the Stone Sailor? We got 96 fucking people in here. You guys need to tap in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want to hear. What up, Nigel? Yeah, Daniel Penny is a United States Marine in New York subway incident. He is a hero. To be 100% honest, I have not seen the video. If there is a video, I think I know that the dude is in jail somewhere. But other than that, I do not know the details, man. I don't watch the news. I just hear things a little bit here and there. What up, Hypervigilance? What's cracking? How do I feel? I don't know. I would say that there's a homeless crisis in San Diego, LA for sure. Clearly New York. Man. Oh, shit, Ernesto. How many suicides did I witness while being a CO? Well, there was a suicide when I was a sergeant. I'll tell you guys that story. I got 100 people on here. I'll tell you guys a suicide story. It's a true story. I was a new sergeant at Donovan. New. All this bad shit happened to me when I was new, man. Fucking sucks. Didn't even give me a chance to warm up. I was doing a swap with my friend. A swap means that, hey, man, I need Sunday off. So can you work for me on Sunday? Take my shift and I'll work whatever shift you want me to work for you. Cool, I got you. That's a swap, right? It's a shift swap. I was doing a swap for my homie. It was, the morning shift was Alpha Yard at Donovan. At that time, Alpha Yard was, what was it? GP. Had to have been GP. General population. I kid you not, man. 6 o'clock in the morning. My shift started at 6. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have my coffee. You guys know how much I love coffee. In my hand, I take a drink. First fucking drink of coffee I hear on the radio. Central Control, be advised. I have an inmate hanging in housing unit 3 cell. Where was this dude? Fuck. Cell 206 or 207. Right? On the upper tier A section. Instantly. Right? I think it comes with experience, knowledge, common sense. Instantly, I tell myself, the dude's fucking dead. He's dead. He's dead. He did it right. He did it right on first watch when nobody was going to catch him, right? Because they do their counts at night, but he did it throughout the night, probably after they did it, the count. I'm like, this dude's fucking dead. Sure enough, man, I get on the radio. I was a sergeant, so I tell them, hey, put on your gloves, get the cut down toolkit from the Central Control, which is a pair of like scissors, an ambu bag so you can breathe into their mouth for chest compression, CPR. And I was in shape, so I can make it to the building pretty fast. They're cutting this dude off. Well, check this out. The way that he hung himself, this was a trip. Check this out. He was on his knees. He was on his knees in the cell. He tied a noose to his neck, tied it to the upper bunk, and guess how this dude killed himself? He leaned forward. He leaned forward like this. He was on his knees, leaned forward, and he killed himself. Could you... Oh, don't trip. Don't trip. Somebody just donated to the GoFundMe. I had started a GoFundMe. I might even put the link there. I'm going to do a nonprofit. Holy shit, retired CEO. You guys, I can't keep up with you guys right now. Thank you. I'm going to get back to the story right now. Thank you, retired CEO. So this dude was on his knees. Lieutenant, if a high-ranking motorcycle club went to prison, he was Hispanic. Does he go to the Mexican car? Hope you took your wife out for Mother's Day. He absolutely goes to the Mexican car. That's a great question because people assume that maybe cartel members, drug cartel members from down south, maybe Los Palillos, they were like dissolving people in acid, that, hey, maybe they're a cartel member. They got some juice. They don't have juice like that. Not like that. They're just an average Joe following under the umbrella, right? But that's a good question. So, yeah, Chrysler technician, leaning forward. So, how do I like my coffee? Like I like my warden. Strong, black, and mean. Like Marcus Pollard. Holy shit, the Stone Sailor. Man, you guys are on it right now. Thank you guys. Strong, black, and rude. How rude. The Stone Sailor. So, the dude died, right? I know his name, but I'm not going to say his name out of respect, right? So, CPR, the whole nine. Turns out that this inmate was a lifer. And this is actually knowledge for you guys. This inmate was a lifer. He was, from what I heard, one of those old convicts. Lifer and a convict. He was an other. I never talk about others. This dude was like Asian. He was a program clerk. He had a job inside of the prison working in the sergeant lieutenant's office. They fired him. They fired him from his job like the day before. Right? So that just goes to show you, like, as a lifer, they hold on to whatever they hold on to for dear life. Once they took that job away, it's like, hey, that's it. Right? He did it. Strong, black, and rude for sure, Chrysler technician. Too many suicides among Green. Yeah, I know some from Centinela, from Donovan. Really good dude from Donovan, man. Really good, really good dude. Cool people. Yeah, Luis. So tell us more about the GoFundMe project. So with all this gaining traction, right, and branching out and talking to more people and networking with Luis and all these other mental health psychologists, other thingies, it's since it's expanding, I'm more than likely going to start a nonprofit and just, like I said, gaining that traction with that momentum. Not to mention, I dropped this video on TikTok with, since we're fucking live right now, I like to share my wins with you guys because we're all doing this shit together. What was it called? I just did the Connect, the interview with the Connect, Johnny Mitchell. That was a badass freaking interview. Man, probably one of my best ones. Dude, it was in LA, right? Met up with a couple fans after that interview. It was cool, right? But yeah, so I'm just saying with all this momentum, all this traction, that's what we got doing. That's what we be doing. And also, another way to support is through that Patreon, right? If you haven't hit that Patreon link right there, sign up. The next 10 people to sign up for the Patreon, I'm going to give you the top tier perks for sure, which includes all that footage that you aren't seeing on YouTube, your shout out, your name, right? And a copy of my book, ebook copy. What's your favorite place to grab a taco and a beer? Well, I don't drink, bro. I got 12 years of sobriety, but a taco, when I think taco, I think Tacos del Gordo, probably Chula Vista. Yeah, Ernesto, so I just seen it right there. How many suicides did you witness as a CO? Yeah, the homie hung himself. Oh, Safe Guy, what up, what up? At dinner with the fam. That's what's up. Enjoy it, Safe Guy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Solid dude right there, too. Good individual. Bringing out the pencil for you, Safe Guy. Can you get fired if a fight happens or a stabbing in the day room when it's not day room time and more than 10 minutes are out when they are actually supposed to be in their building? Damn, Blackjack 21, who you been talking to? You're not going to get fired. They're going to look into it for sure. They're going to be like, hey, what the fuck? Dude, you weren't supposed to have anybody out. You got a Royal Rumble in the day room. Like, hey, you got to answer to that. Right? You got to answer to that. How did that happen? Vince, what up? One more question. Why did they start shutting down programs to search every prison? Like, what was that for? Oh, you're probably talking about like 3 years ago. They searched every single prison. I don't know, but I thought that was a good idea because it had been a long time since they had done away with the lockdowns. And you find all kinds of stuff, especially at Donovan. They found a mannequin head. And they just resumed program. I'm like, hey, guys, this is exactly how they escaped from Alcatraz. Paper mache mannequin heads. I don't know, man. That place was fucking different. Any stories of new COs getting played? Now, Chrysler Technician, you got to be more specific. Getting played by the inmates? Getting played by their partners, or getting played like in a relationship getting played? All three happen. Yeah, I call them lamba huevos. You know what I mean? Suck dick puppet boys. Hector, did you ever join the homies on a top ramen spread just passing by? It's not weird that you asked it, but your handle on here is called Top Ramen, and you're asking about Top Ramen. I'm trying to see what like, I don't know if you got stock invested in Top Ramen noodles, but no. I never ate a spread with the homies when I was employed by the California Department of Corrections. I will say this, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. When I went to jail for the 1 week for doing a beer run, before I joined the department, they made a spread and I ate some of the spread. True story. It was good. It was good. Chili cheese, Fritos, the beans, the cheese spread, the Top Ramen. Shout out to Top Ramen himself. Dixon was cracking, my boy. I'm willing to throw a party at my Mission Beach home in SD for Lieutenant and his fans. Unlimited tacos and beers. Hey, Bodyguard 58. Say when, bro? Because how much? 14.2 subscribers? Fuck. Hey, at the 20K, we'll make that shit happen for sure. Animal abuse on the canine. There was another true story. There was an officer in the ISU, the squad, the goon squad at Centinela State Prison. The dude, FP Liberal, where you been at, my boy? It's a good idea to date a woman is it a good idea to date a woman in a mostly male career? No. It's never a good idea to dip your pen in the company ink. I read somewhere that dipping your pen in the company ink is a good way to get what you don't want. I'm talking about restraining orders. I'm talking about going to jail. I'm talking about like getting your car keyed. I'm talking about them telling everybody else that you have a little pee-pee. You know, like just calling your wife. Imagine how rude. You got your side piece calling your wife. Ain't nobody got time for that kind of shit, man. Nah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You got your side piece calling your wife. Wow. Yeah, I was talking about the canine officer at Centinela. Go over there, it gets like 120 degrees in the summer. This guy becomes a canine dog. The dude didn't give it any water at all. Fuck, poor dog, man. Out there in the heat, no water. He lost the position. Thank God nothing happened to the dog. He lost the position. Hector, did you ever give out a 115 for inmates hanging around the shower? I never gave out a 115 at all. Never. Never. Tierra Caliente, what up? Use the fierro should sharpen the pencil, that's what's up. Dova was cracking. I kind of like that name right there, Dova. Oh shit, I'm catching up to your guys' comments right here. Don't trip. Got 115 people on here. Smash that like button. If you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, hit that link. The next 7 people to sign up is going to get the top tier perks. Hector, have you seen the latest mushroom cloud explosion in Ukraine? What's your take on it? I think it looked like it hit an ammo dump, an ammo depot, but wasn't that years ago? I don't know. I try to research it. That kind of interests me. War. Go figure. Yeah, RM, losing money for sure. You can't be having inmates in the day room fighting when they weren't even supposed to be on the... Oh, Johnny Low, don't trip. I'll shoot me a little message on the Patreon, and I'm going to send you over a copy of the ebook. Sometimes I just be doing bonuses just to do bonuses. Oh, shit. Here's a good question. Damn good question, too. Did you ever take things from an inmate and hand it to another inmate from ADSEG? Wait, did you ever take things from an inmate and hand it to another inmate? So like in ADSEG, the whole, right? The inmates are in their cells all day long. What they do is they fish, right? They'll put the little, we've talked about this on other episodes. They'll get the little, the bed sheets, they'll make a line, and then they'll pass whatever they got to pass. Coffee, whatever, dope, weapons, whatever they got to kite, slide out there, right? But sometimes, well, all the times, an inmate will ask, ACO, can you pass this? Be like a little envelope. Can you pass this to cell 215? My answer was, I don't pass, right? I don't pass. That's because they schooled me like that. Like, don't be passing shit for these inmates because you don't know what you're passing. But do officers pass shit? Yes, they pass shit. Oh, Simon, I got you, homie. Don't trip. Fucking dude walks from 101 all the way to 250. Here you go. The big homie says, what's up? A la verga. But no, like, some people pass. What I would do is if I was self-feeding, you had 2 cells right here. I open the food ports. The inmate will say, hey, yo, can I pass this magazine to my neighbor? Yeah, go ahead. Don't trip. Sticks his arm out the cell, the port. The other dude, cool, they pass, whatever. I'm not. That doesn't bother. They're right next to each other, whatever. I wouldn't inspect. I'm not. I care less what they're passing. But I'll be damned if I get something and go walk down the tier. I don't know. It's kind of, you don't want to look like a bitch, kind of like, working on behalf of the inmate. It's kind of what I took it as. Islos in the house. What up? What up? Hey, brother, you going to do a live chat with your subscribers by any chance? For sure. I've done one already, but I do need to do another one this Thursday. I said it already. For sure. How do mass shooters get treated by other prisoners? Believe it or not, Ernesto, like, I don't think that type of crime. For instance, for me, the creepiest thing was dudes that killed their parents. It used to get under my skin, right? It used to like bother me mentally. Like, I don't get this. Like, but the other inmates wouldn't really, they weren't scared of them. They would just treat them like one of the fellas. I would love to see a video of how they fish. Yeah, Louise, it would be a trip. Maybe I could probably get something going, a demonstration. But I can guarantee if I do some research online, I will see. I could show you. I just gotta figure it out. But that actually would be cool to watch. Did I ever talk to the Menendez brothers and what are they like? Good question. Okay, I'm good at reading people. It's kind of crazy that I just brought up killing your own parents. I'm good at reading people. Those guys are entitled, right? There's some inmates that have a sense of entitlement, right? But like these guys really had a sense of entitlement. Like, let me give you an example. The news, or let's say they're doing a story and they come to the prison with their camera. Let's say they're interviewing me, right? There was one interview where I did have to speak on Echo Yard, the programming yard. Anytime those individuals, the Menendez brothers, see a camera, they want to be in the back like, hey, get the fuck out of here, right? Because prison is secured, right? There's doors that are locked. Not everybody needs to be in a certain place. There's lists of individuals that need to be in a place and not. They will try to gain access to areas they don't have access to just try to get on camera. That's not the bad part. They'll try to argue like, oh, almost a kind of like, don't you know who I am? It's like, I could give 2 fucks who you are. Get out of here, right? Not trying to act hard. Not even trying to act hard. Just, hey, get away, right? Get away. Fuck. They're not even here for you. Always trying to get the limelight in a way. I didn't like that. They're not even here for you. God damn. You already came out on that show. I seen you. Dixon, what up? Hector, the cannibal lector. Call Party City on this live and ask them if they got the sharpener for the pencil. You ever delivered items from one cell to another in Aztec, like coffee or ramen? Can you get in trouble for that because they possibly have drugs in them? I think the only way you get, I don't think you can't get in trouble. It's just frowned upon by your peers. It's like, what are you doing? Because the inmates have ways of passing shit. Like, let's say you're taking them to the shower. They'll have a brown paper bag. they'll say ACO, like out of respect, right? They're not wild. Holy shit, what up? What up? We got a Patreon member in the house. What's up? What's up? Just signed up. 5 more spots. 5 more spots. Soul Star LA. That's what's up. So yeah, we weren't dicks. We were not dicks about it. Just I was not gonna pass anything. It's like they would be like, hey, can I drop this off at cell whatever as we walk to the shower? Yeah, go ahead. I'm not tripping, right? Because I'm not doing anything. I'm just escorting the dude. He's gonna hold the whole sack lunch behind his back. He's gonna drop it by the cell. Hey, good looking out. Yeah, thank you. You know what I mean? So there's ways to make shit happen without you doing the work. Right there, shoot the wheeler. Oh, the retired CEO. I'm at Pachinko Casino and I got blessed by winnings. $1,000. So I'm blessing you because it goes for a good cause. Holy shit, man. I appreciate that. I gotta go to Pachinko Casino now. I'm not a gambling man. Never been. Thank you, the retired CEO. Hit up the buffet. Get yourself a sparkling water, man. I appreciate it. And it was good meeting you, dude. Solid individual. That's what's up, Aquatic Amigo. We used to make a line out of the boxers. Yeah, the boxers, the sheet, right? So, how about Suge Knight? What's that guy like? That guy was normal, cool, like chill. He was a chill dude. Dude wasn't trying to be all up in the mix, right? You're tired of having your producer dancing all up in your music videos. Come over to Death Row. That's what he said. He said that. Man, I don't regret not having a conversation with the guy, but I kind of do regret not having a conversation with the guy because that opportunity is missed. But I would talk to the dude. Hey, what's up? Hey, you good? Yeah, everything's good. Cool. How was your visit? The dude would get a lot of visits. Oh, it was good. It was good, LT. Just like when Snoop Dogg bought out Death Row Records, I said, hey, dude, I got to talk to you. I'm going to holler at you later. And his response was, you're the big man. You're the big man. Come over whenever you want. That's what he said. So I never did. But yeah, that guy was chill. Did you ever meet the pro skater named Mark Rogowski? They called him Gator. He was there, Albert. He was there in, I believe, my yard. I couldn't point him out to you. He's probably one of those guys that flew under the radar. If you flew under the radar, that was a good thing. What up, HCB Chemistry? What's a Glock dookie? Would I recommend anyone becoming a CEO? If so, what to look out for? Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it if you're trying to start out in life, get a career going. But fuck, are you going to be able to do 30, 40, 50 years? I don't think so. Maybe have multiple plans, backup plans. What up, Yakima, Washington. That's what's up, Jesse. Hope I pronounced that right. Lieutenant, was Suge ever targeted in an attack? No, because ain't nobody was trying to attack him. Like, he was chill. He wasn't like pressing. Well, maybe he was pressing up on people, but I think that people respected him for who he was, right? Or maybe even idolized him in there. So they kind of gave him his space. They kind of, he was just chilling. What the hell is a Glock dookie? I gotta Google this Glock dookie shit. Feel left out, man. A Glock dookie is a prison weapon used for robbing other prisons in jail. It consists of a condom, toothpaste tub, or some kind of container filled with body fluids such as excrement, semen, and urine and vomit. Wow. Shit, man. I never even heard of that. That's intense. Yeah, you see what I mean, Hobie Cat? Hector, you're going to do an interview with David Paulides about the missing 401. It's pretty serious. People are going missing moment. I haven't heard anything about that. My dad did time at Centinela. He told me used to crack off in the 90s. Oh, bro, I heard it was off the hook in the 90s. That's for sure. What up, Ray? Corona, that's what's up. Crown Town, shout out. See what I mean, Dusty 12? I ain't never heard of that Glock dookie before. That's new. It's a gassing instrument. Never heard of it. Never till right now. What up, Lupe? The topic for tonight, right now. Man, you got these guys talking about some type of... they were talking about the Suge Knight. They were talking about the Menendez brothers, how they carried themselves. That was it. We've already gone over quite a variety. You're lucky you got out before the Glock dookies hit the yard. How new is this? Oh, Soulstar LA. I appreciate your honesty on all your videos. Uso D number. Yeah, I believe I hit you up, dude. Did you say you rolled with the Samoans? Yeah, I was asking because a lot of people want to know too, like, hey, how did the others get down in there? I'm like, hey, those Samoans were huge, right? Big dudes. Oh, here's a good question right there. As a supervisor, how would they monitor the body-worn cameras and how often and why? Okay, got 110 people on here. Donovan, believe it or here we go. Donovan was the first prison to make history in the state of California to get the body-worn cameras. I'm looking around like I got a fucking body-worn camera in here. I don't, right? Like the police officers, like the footage that you see on the streets. When they came on, you had Marcus Pollard, who was the warden. You had the number 2, who was the chief, right? They just promoted her. In essence, they were supposed to review the body cameras when there was an allegation of staff misconduct. Actually, a triggering event, meaning a use of force incident, a staff assault, anything that triggered you to review the camera. Look, I was a PIO. I was a lieutenant. I was Pollard's right-hand man. Here's his office. Right down the hall was my office. Many times, I walked into his office. He had a big-ass screen. He had a big-ass flat screen TV in his office. Probably like a 75, 80-inch. This dude would be monitoring, watching the officers in ADSEG, in the buildings, like spying. Like, I can assure you that was not the policy. I could assure you that the union said, hey, you are not to do that. He would get the remote, right? He would turn it off when I would walk in. But, hey, there was some grimy ass illegal shit, man, going on. You couldn't even be... Girls were getting written up, female officers, for being in downtime in the office, talking to each other, talking about which officer had a little penis, right? Like, oh, you're being unprofessional. It's like, hey, there's no triggering event. You're just spying on them now. forgetting to turn off your camera when you go to the bathroom, right? It was just weird shit. So yeah, they would want me to book officers to write them up for cussing, like on their own break time. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That's not what the cameras are for. The cameras are to make sure that these guys are not beating up inmates, right? That's what the cameras were court ordered for. Man. Calipat and Sentinella were cracking in the 90s. Lupe, Calipat was cracking all the way up until like 5 years ago, bro. It's freaking nuts. Man, I never even worked there. Did I ever talk to Sirhan? That guy did get attacked. When I was there. Let me tell you guys, 107 people. I'm going to tell you guys a story about Sirhan getting attacked. You guys know about administration, right? You guys have been following along for fucking 5 months with me. You guys know how toxic they are. Okay. Sirhan, who did he kill? I want to give you guys accurate information. Sirhan. See, I don't even be knowing who these inmates were that I was watching because, like, to me, it didn't. Okay. Sirhan is a Palestinian Jordanian man who was convicted of, in June 5, 1968, the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy. Old dude, right? He was there. So let me tell you guys something about administration. Let me tell you guys about Donovan. There was staff assaults every single day. Inmates punching officers, stabbing officers, slicing officers, gassing officers. Did you ever see the administrators come down during any of those staff assaults and inquire how the officers were doing, making sure they were okay? Never. Not once, right? Not once. Let me tell you about the day Sirhan got slashed. He was on the yard. He got slashed by another inmate. Some fucking idiot got on the radio, like a CO or a sergeant got on the radio and said, "It's Sirhan." So dumb, right? The administrators, the captains, the AWs, the chief, the warden, they have a radio up there in the front. They heard it's Sirhan. These fucking idiots all come from the front office, running to Bravo Gate, standing right there, looking like, holy fuck, man, me dan asco. Wow. Can you believe it? Because he was a high notoriety inmate, meaning like, hey, I never told you guys, man. I never told you guys this. When I was the PIO, the public information officer, one of the Menendez brothers got caught with drugs or drugs getting sent to him. They found it in the mailing, right? He went to ADSEG, the whole for investigation. TMZ called me. TMZ, right? The news. You know, you see TMZ. I'm right there in my office, PIO, right? Lieutenant, chilling with my fucking tie, looking all good. I got my Glock. Like, hello? Well, not hello. Like, Lieutenant Farrell, yeah, what's up? Oh, this is Bill from TMZ. We heard that Lyle Menendez got caught with drugs. I'm like, oh, you did? I don't know about all that, man. Yeah, well, we already know, Lieutenant, so we know he's over here. I'm like, damn, who you been talking to? Well, look, man, we just need to know a little bit more. I'm like, oh, I'm not telling you more. This guy was good. He was good. He had me on the phone for like 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, I'm not telling you nothing. Look, we already know, Lieutenant. I just want to confirm it with you to see if it's true. I'm like, well, fuck, if you already know. Like I said, the dude had me on the phone for like 45 minutes. It's like, damn. I'm like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not. I told him, I'm not going to lose my job for this. Like, I'm not going to do it. He's like, Hector, I would never do that to you, bro. I'm like, how the fuck did you know my first name? Like, you know, I was like, God damn, this dude, that was TMZ, right? Fucking nuts. I just used a Firefox TV or a Fire Stick TV remote as a fake phone. Now that's a radio call? Sirhan. Hell yeah, Calipatria stayed cracking. I was there 2009 to 2012. You see what I mean? Holy shit. When I was on the squad at Corcoran in the 90s, there was an inmate on the C yard that was supposed to be Frank Dux, the guy from Bloodsmore. We talked to him a few and couldn't prove one way or another. I asked him if he had any trouble, and he said, "You don't see any bodies laying around, do you?" Lyle Menendez had Warden Lizarraga wrapped around his finger. That's how he got the transfer to RJD. Those brothers were never supposed to be the same prison per the court. Well, yeah, Nigel, but Warden Paramo, I can't say bad things about Warden Paramo because the guy promoted me twice, right? But he also had a role in getting the Menendez brother down there to Donovan. Oh, thanks, El Taco Destroyer. That Connect podcast, that shit was a good one. Hey, go ahead and ask your question. I'll be winding it down pretty soon. Just wanted to tap in, catch up with you guys. Love updating you guys on what's new, right? Don't trip. I was just reading an email over there. They be popping up. But yeah, it's freaking kind of an hour into this. Answered a bunch of questions. If you haven't already, go check out my Instagram, Hector__Bravo, right? I read the book, The Black Hand, and when they rolled Lyle up, they were telling to give it up, his toupee. Oh yeah, the dude had his toupee. They took that shit in R&R. What up, Guillermo? Thank you, man. Keep up the great content, bro. Just found your channel a few weeks ago, and I've been hooked. Keep it up, fam. Yeah, Guillermo, I'm just, dropping it daily, changing up the content, giving you guys what you wanted to hear, and just a whole side that you guys have never heard before. Hey, Safe Guy, what up? What up? What was the first day as a CO with inmates like? Did you feel confident? Did I feel confident? Not confident. I remember the first day of work, I had like nervous, like butterflies in my stomach. But I had it pretty easy on my first day. It was working a clinic. This older lady, she did everything, told me to take a seat. Yeah, I'm going to be up there in June, Crescent, right there, right across the street from headquarters. There's a nice, cute little brunch place. Have you talked about the captain from RJD who transferred from High Desert and ended up getting staff assaulted at RJD? The captain? Well, that depends, because there was a lot of captains that got assaulted at RJD. I think the one you're talking about is not the one that I'm talking about. The one that I'm talking about got transferred in from Centinela and got knocked up the side of the fucking head with a rock. Because the inmate... Yeah, I know, Safe Guy. Good looking. I got your email too, my boy. Cool. All right. Are all the prison yards going to integrate to 50-50 yards or just a select few? My whole take on that is I think what they're going to do is they're going to mix inmates, right? And the ones that continuously fight, they're going to put them in their own prisons. The ones that don't fight, they're going to put them in another prison. It's going to be, in essence, like inmates that programming prisons, and then inmates that don't program. That's my take on it. So what they're gonna do is keep integrating them till they figure out who's who. It's kind of fucked up. But yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you guys. Much love. Keep pushing forward.